Have you ever held yourself back from going after what you really want because the fear of failure looms over you? You're definitely not alone, and it's a struggle that can feel pretty paralyzing. Fear of failure is something that we've all experienced at some point or another. It's that nagging voice in the back of our minds telling us that we're not good enough, that we're going to mess up, or that we're just not worthy of achieving our goals. But the truth is, fear of failure is a major obstacle that holds people back from pursuing their dreams and reaching their full potential. When we let fear of failure take control, it can prevent us from taking risks, from speaking up, from trying new things, and from pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zones. It can lead to a life of what ifs and maybes, where we're constantly wondering what could have been if we had just taken that chance or pursued that opportunity. It can also create a culture of stagnation where we're stuck in a rut and unable to move forward because we're too scared to take the leap. Fear of failure can also be incredibly damaging to our self esteem and confidence. When we fail, it can be easy to internalize that failure and tell ourselves that we're just not cut out for whatever it is we're trying to achieve. But the truth is, failure is a natural part of the learning process, and it's often our greatest teacher. Every time we fail, we learn something new, we gain new insights, and we become stronger and more resilient. Fear of failure can also have a profound impact on our relationships and our overall well being. When we're too scared to take risks, we can become stuck in a cycle of self doubt and anxiety, which can be incredibly draining and exhausting. It can also affect our relationships with others, causing us to become withdrawn, isolated, and disconnected from the people around us. So, how do we overcome fear of failure? One of the most powerful strategies is to reframe failure as a learning opportunity. Instead of seeing failure as a negative outcome, we can see it as a chance to learn, grow, and improve. We can ask ourselves what we can learn from the experience, what we would do differently next time, and how we can apply those lessons to our next endeavor. Another key strategy is to set realistic goals for ourselves. When we set goals that are too lofty or unattainable, we can set ourselves up for failure. But when we set goals that are challenging yet achievable, we can build confidence and momentum. We can also break down our goals into smaller, manageable steps, which can make the task feel less overwhelming and more achievable. Developing a growth mindset is also crucial in overcoming fear of failure. When we have a growth mindset, we believe that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, dedication, and persistence. We're not held back by fear of failure because we know that failure is an inevitable part of the learning process. We're also more likely to take risks, to experiment, and to try new things because we're not afraid of what might happen. I still remember the time when I decided to start my own business. I was terrified of failing, of not being good enough, of not being able to make ends meet. But I knew that if I didn't take the leap, I would always wonder what could have been. So I took a deep breath, I gathered my courage, and I started taking action. It wasn't easy, and there were many times when I felt like giving up, but I persisted and I learned from my mistakes. And you know what? It paid off. I was able to build a successful business that brought me a sense of fulfillment and purpose. When we face our fears and push through them, we can achieve incredible things. We can build confidence, we can develop resilience, and we can create a life that's true to who we are. So I want to encourage you to take that first step, to face your fears, and to go after what you really want. Remember, it's often the things that scare us the most that are the most worthy of our time and energy. In conclusion, overcoming fear of failure requires a shift in mindset, a willingness to take risks, and a commitment to learning and growth. By reframing failure as a learning opportunity, setting realistic goals, and developing a growth mindset, we can overcome fear of failure and achieve the success we've always dreamed of. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Have you ever held yourself back from going after what you really want because of fear of failure? What strategies have you used to overcome that fear? And if you're looking for more success tips and strategies, be sure to check out my next video